Hello, welcome to the Art of the Oracle. I'm delighted to be able to bring this daily message to you. We are headed into the weekend, and it's hard to imagine that we are heading out of March, but we are, and into April. So very exciting. It's spring. The birds are nesting and the flowers are blooming. There's pollen everywhere where I live. I'd love to hear from you. So if you have a message or anything that you have on your mind that you'd like to talk about, then send me a note. Thank you for being here. Let's dive in. We are working with the cards that we had started with at the beginning of the week. The tarot is Light Seers, excuse me. And then we have Kuan Oracle. And then we have some energy from the crystals here. So I'm going to begin with Kuan Yin. I'm feeling this kind of very feminine energy this morning. I don't know why I have like a little tickle in my throat this morning. I didn't have it when I woke up. I just started getting it like right before I came on, which is interesting. So I always say that things happen for a reason. And the throat, obviously, the throat chakra there is around being able to speak your truth. And sometimes in life, we find that we can't say the things that we'd like to say, or that people don't really understand what we're saying when we do say, like we're misunderstood. So does that have any relevance in anything that you have going on right now? Let's ask Kuan Yin for her guidance on this day. What do we most need to know? It's interesting. I did this, I was going to say, I did this shuffle and it was feeling like everything was just kind of sticky. So we have the Dynasty of the Divine Mother, really beautiful. This is card number 8. And interesting. So in this position, she has her hands in a mudra going up and down, as well as it looks like she has like one of her feet on the ground. Because it looks like she has lotus, it feels like there's a purity about this card. And the second card that we have here is Radiant Moon of Compassion. So these are two new cards. We've been getting very similar cards all week. The 2 and 3 reduced down to a 5. So that's about changing something that's going on. The energy that I'm getting from the Radiant Moon is that we're coming into another full moon. And I'm feeling that there is something shifting or some new awareness or some sort of gift. It was one of the things that we heard yesterday, that a gift is coming in, and it may not look like what you think. And it was in relationship to us feeling like, there are things that we want and desire. And sometimes it just feels like we've been asking forever. And what do we need to do to literally make the thing? Because I believe that if it's in your heart and in your thoughts, then it should be able to be part of your world, unless there is something that is kind of blocking that. So we're going to go to the Radiant Moon. I don't know why I'm feeling that first. So I'm feeling like this is giving us information about something to expect on this next full moon. It says, Kuan Yin sits upon a radiant mood of compassion, pouring forth the spiritual strength needed for you to liberate yourself from lower vibrational energies of fear and judgment into the vibration of freedom, love, and peace, where you naturally belong. You are being urged to use this power now to grow spiritually and free yourself from a situation that could draw you down. So interestingly, that's kind of where we began in the beginning of the week. There was a lot of like shadow energy that was showing that you don't have to be afraid of these energies. You don't have to push them away. But what we need to do is be aware of them and then see where we're vibrating and literally, send the thing that is not us, just love and light, and be done with it. Like there are things within us is what I heard at the beginning of the week that we have not healed. And those areas of shadow that we pretend either are not there, or that we feel like, we can't deal with those, that's what is connecting to some of these lower energies, if you have that coming into your life right now. I'm going to go back to the guidebook, because there's a whole lot of information here. It says, you are currently challenged by lower vibrational energies. It's not bad. In fact, you have called this situation to you so that you may grow spiritually. Kuan is with you to ensure that you are victorious. So that speaks to what I was just saying. Yes, there are energies that, like if you have a bad relationship, which I've had, where it shows you that you really don't have the love for yourself, right? So if you get into a relationship that it doesn't feel very loving, why is that relationship part of your world? There's something within you perhaps that you need to love a little bit more. It says you can either choose to allow the energies to pull you into fear and judgment, or you can choose to grow spiritually through the practice of compassion. And it says choose to rise above, growing spiritually and stronger as a result. Yeah, so take that into, your space, and where does that land? What is it that you have that, and that's part of the reason why we haven't been able to achieve that goal that we want, is because we still have some darkness or shadow is really what I want to call it. Darkness feels like people, I think, feel like it's evil or something. No, it's like a shadow element. And shadows are not bad. Shadows are just things that are hidden, right? That need to be revealed on some level. Okay, so number 8, the dynasty of the Divine Mother wishes that all beings be spiritually free. And this is what we were talking about, this compassion, bringing in the liberation that we need from the things that we're no longer needing to hold on to. Right? The old lower vibrations need to go. The Divine Goddess calls us to realize our true nature, which is one of the things that this one also said. Enlightening is a culmination of many small steps. Each one is a drop of water forming a divine ocean of peace. You carry the torch of enlightenment within you, so let it shine each day. It says here that the dynasty of the Divine Mother has endless compassion for human suffering, and her intent to lift humanity out of ignorance into peace is part of what this is. So I love that this is this infinity, card number 8, where you're kind of in the middle and you can see both the shadow and the light. And the shadow is just being this maybe like a misunderstood aspect, or something that was unloved, or something that, gave you fear or sadness. And just appreciate the lesson that you learned, because standing in with eagle's eye above on a mountaintop, you get to see everything. It's not that eagle only sees the good stuff. He sees the shadows and the trees and different things. Like, he can't see everything. Everything at one time would just be too much. So sometimes when something is coming up and we're being revealed in our outside circumstances, is because it's ready to be healed and let go. So you're being asked to surrender ideas about what enlightenment means, or how you're supposed to look or feel in a spiritual setting, because guidance is coming in, and it's coming in to help us to acknowledge our life, and to recognize that there are no bad parts of our life. There are just challenges and experiences, and when we're ready to let it go, we let it go. Look at that, rutilated quartz. So quartz is about the illumination of something. Quartz is one of these. I have quartz here and here. I have a lot of quartz really on my I don't think I have any rutilated quartz, because this is another quartz point here. And quartz is a very interesting crystal because it can be programmed to do things, right? To help amplify or clear, give you clear guidance, or it can amplify other crystals or the energy. So be aware that the crystals that come into your world are bringing an energetic signature. So we need to know what that is. So the rutilated quartz comes out around higher, which is what this card was talking about, is going into an enlightened state. That's that's not a better than or worse than state. It's a new awareness, a new higher awareness of what is going on in the world and how you can better relate to the circumstances around you. So this is rutilated quartz is also amplifying that ability to see. So I think because of this full moon that's coming up, I was feeling here in the center with the radiant moon that there could be a new awareness or a new something coming in that's bringing you that challenge again to show you that something is ready to be let go, because this is also around vibrational healing and reconciliation. So I'm going to read a little bit from what Carmine has in his guidebook. It says, you are subconsciously receiving loving vibrations and thoughts from someone connected to your past. An episode or conflict that hurt you emotionally is now being healed and reconciled by the power of forgiveness and unconditional love. So this is something that, you know, perhaps you thought was over and done with, and it's just like maybe there was a connection there that was keeping you, you know, in fear and anxiety, or feeling like sometimes I feel like my picker's, you know, broken. But I know that what I'm receiving is just a reflection of what's going on with me. So it's nice to know, because I take these messages in stride as well. So it's nice to know that somebody from the past is being reconciled. Over the coming days, you may find yourself emotionally and mentally reciprocating this love as you reflect on a person or past event. Through this mutual exchange of love, past wounds are now energetically being healed and all negative attachments resolved and released. Yeah, so isn't that beautiful? I mean, that's what all this week has been about, is showing you nobody can hurt you. Nobody has power over you unless you give it to them. Any darker energies, any things that are revealing themselves, you could go into fear about them, or you can ask, why is this presenting it? What is the lesson that I need to learn from that? We're going to go to Light Seers and ask for final messages. So I love that this is the final reading this week, right? Because we started out, this one just kind of dropped. It's funny because I have all the cards. I want you to see this. Like, all the cards have been upside down. I never do this, but every day this week I have picked up cards upside down. And I don't do that. And part of me, what I'm hearing right now is like, because look, I mean, we have the High Priestess, and both of these two cards here are about, and there's your like infinity again and something balancing. But as you see, I'm going to actually put the divine feminine and the divine masculine, because that's the first thing that I'm seeing, is that you have a masculine and a feminine energy, which is masculine, feminine energy, that are both wanting to resolve something on a higher level. The Hierophant is about learning, a higher wisdom, a higher awareness. And the priestess here, the High Priestess, is about trusting in your intuition. So both of these cards are coming out because that's what this time is showing us. That's what the full moon is showing us. It's right here. The rutilated quartz is saying vibrational energy is now ready to be healed. Something from the past that has kind of kept us stuck, or things that we thought we were over and forgot about, really truly are going to show themselves to us so we can let them go. All right. Is there anything else? It's interesting because those two just kind of appeared magically. They didn't. Okay, so look at this. We have a King of Cups and the Ten of Pentacles. So if you're looking for a love interest or something like that, I mean, it's something that this said, is that some love interest or something from the past is coming in, and there'll be a mutually loving, healing energy. And that's what the King of Cups is showing right here. The King of Cups is showing that it is time to heal the past, and that you could very well have an amazing life with somebody, because the Ten of Pentacles is about having everything that you desire on an earthly basis. And the King of Cups is somebody coming into the space with an incredibly open heart, who really understands what it's like to love and to be okay with, like, understanding that relationships can be a little bit sticky and they have their ups and downs, and that everybody has pain in their heart, but really to understand the importance of moving forward in any relationship with an open heart. So thank you so much for being here. I am delighted to read for you each and every day, and I appreciate you so much for coming into the channel. So until next week, have an amazing day. Bye now.